So like I say, you can see Simon Bailey don't cry, and his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective. And it was big news yesterday how someone cleared their dad's name after 50 years, who had been set up by a very corrupt detective, Derek Ridgewell. And Eric Campbell took 50 years to clear his name, and Derek Ridgewell, a very corrupt transport sergeant detective, certainly made a lot of people disappear and was very corrupt. So it was good just to share a story here. And again, no Beast to Punjab, Bradford. Serial killer here, no Red Car, Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe, Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. Sandringham serial killer, Black Wizard terrorist is shooting. That's all they really have in this is Sip Zero Silch. Nil, a whole lot of nothing. One big monster con, monster bluff. But a story I wanted to share with you, did have a run-in one night here with 11 police officers, some who attacked me from behind. And then came the switch, claimed that I attacked them, that I punched, kicked and head butted them. And what they'd overlooked, there was a different front on that shop over there. There was a deeper doorway. That was Siddle's shoe shop in the past. And there was a man standing there waiting for a lift from his wife, who saw what really happened, and he was absolutely appalled at what he saw me subjected to. And again, that one's got 2 7s on it, and con, one big monster con in this Norfolk, UK, and they're precision engineered. Black box, serial killer frame, fix assassination. Sealed with 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. So anyhow, I had a good run-in, I say, with 11 police officers, some who attacked me from behind, not the other way round. And you would have thought that one police officer had written one statement and photocopied the other 10. Their case was so watertight against me. And that was all done to make me disappear. So I went to Thetford, a 2-day trial, 1 day at Thetford, 1 day at Swaffham. Special judge was brought in, and the duty solicitor, who was aware of the case, said, Johnny, whatever you do, you're looking at 6 to 12 months in prison. Whatever you do, don't appeal and go to Crown Court, because you'll get double the time. And again, that one's got 17 on it. Can see Simon Bailey don't cry, and his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective. No Sandringham serial killer here. Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist, child 44, Black Wizard terrorist, this shooter. But anyhow, the gentleman who was standing in that shop doorway saw me in this, did come up to me and said he was absolutely appalled what he saw me subjected to. And I said, did you see that? Because I hadn't noticed him there either. And he said, yeah, I did. And I said, well, would you be prepared to be a witness? Because they claim that I attacked them. And he said, no, you didn't. They attacked you. And I heard them smacking your head on the concrete, and definitely saw what you were subjected to. And again, no Beast to Punjab, Bradford. Serial killer here. Very good watch verdict. So he said, yeah, I will be a witness for you. So at the court, at the trial, again a 2-day trial, special judge brought him, 1 day at Thetford, 1 day at Swaffham. When they found out, the barrister and 11 police officer, that I had a credible witness, he could prove that their statements were false and they would be perjuring themselves, so they went on the stand. And again, no one's got a lock on it, but no Black Wizard here. Sandringham serial killer, terrorist shooter, really don't think so. So suddenly at the trial, when they realised I'd got a credible witness, he could prove their statements were false and they were lying. At the trial, they dropped all charges and I was free to go. No one's got mock on it, never a bad thing to mock the opposition. But if that man hadn't been standing in that shop doorway, that would have been me against 11 police officers. Obviously everyone would have believed their word over mine, even though I was telling the truth and they were the ones who were lying. And that was all done to set me up and make me disappear for 6 to 12 months in prison, even though they're the ones who committed the crime. So that is very much how the game is played. You often get two parallel stories. Again, two will smoke us, certainly will smoke you, but no Black Panther. Sandringham serial killer here, Clockwork Orange. Norwich train station, mountain bike rapist, and certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked gal on the Royal Sandringham estate killing fields. So frames and fixes come in all shapes and sizes, but they certainly want to make me disappear. And ironically, the one who roughed me up the most, and I was handcuffed at the time, I say, when these police officers attacked me from behind, and the only way I could back him off was to knee him in the groin. And my police report says bruising to his inner thigh. So I don't know how many people have kneed a police officer in the groin and walked free from court. But ironically, he was the only one who came up to me outside the court, put his hand out and said, "Sorry Johnny, what we done was wrong," and apologised. So Norfolk Bacon SS wins a Gestapo's, the local Nazis. No Black Panther serial killer here. Again, there is one big assassin in this, riding around in a black Ford Focus. You can see Paul and Sarah, this waterfront inn. Everyone's drunk from that poison chalice. And we did have a big run-in down there one night. You can see Paul just come out there for details. Paul and Sarah, say me, Steph and Chelsea were down there one night. I was just having a quiet drink out on the deck, and they had a Elvis Presley impersonator who was pretty good, and Steph and Chelsea were chatting away to a couple of blokes, all just having a good time, mind my own business, had a chat with a friend out on the deck. And then Sarah, the landlady, she came out, so you can see Paul for details, shouting off her big mouth loads of abuse towards myself in front of everyone, joined by her poison chalice, again loads of abuse, throwing their fists around. So you certainly can see Simon Bailey don't cry, and his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective for details. So I did have to defend myself, but it wasn't me, Steph or Chelsea shouting our mouths off or throwing our fists around. And yet Sarah, the landlady of this waterfront inn, put me and Steph on a 6-month pub watch, even though we were the targets. Steph did get punched in the face by a customer also, a male customer, and also got her finger badly dislocated. We thought it was broken. So it's a bit rich when the people who are shouting off their mouths and throwing their fists around then put you on the pub watch. And it was all on CCTV footage. Steph wanted to put in an official complaint. The police wouldn't come near or nigh the case, the crime that had been committed. 13 weeks later, she got a phone call from the police asking if her finger had been broken. And 4 times they said they'd come out and take an official complaint. No one ever appeared, and again that was all on CCTV footage. So clear to see he was committing the real crime, the real abuse. Again shouting their big mouths off, throwing their fists around, that I had to defend myself against. So, like I say, very good film, The Final Girl, Rich Boys Loft Party, hunting young girls for blood sport, so plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, and certainly not mine. And that's the 7771, 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnosis in this Norfolk, UK. And 2 will smokers, certainly will smoke you, do anyone's dirty work. 1 big 666 monster fix in this Norfolk, UK. This Mason Council, White Lodge, a local mafia, it's a local mob. And again, you can see Paul there for details, Paul and Sarah. This waterfront inn, everyone's drunk from that poison chalice. So, no black wizard here in a Volvo state. And there's plenty of people who like to make me disappear into Dismere, feed me to the monster black catfish, but no black cat copycat. Black cat of Burston, son of Sam. Black Panther, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. And Dismere is 6 metres deep in the deepest part and 23 metres of mud. So you certainly do have to go, run, fly, disappear before you end up in the mud in this Norfolk, UK. Follow your golden compass, and I do move around a lot anyhow. So again, this Norfolk, UK, all full of mad monster lies, bogus diagnosis and death threats. And this fishing club, they are a classic. Can see MK Roofing, Tim Fiskey, Alice, Rodwell, Billy and Co. Their big black hook, baited with 7 big black maggot, monster lies and bogus diagnosis. Everyone is swallowed, hook, line and sinker, and have all got heads full of big black maggot, monster lies and bogus diagnosis. Nora and Cloran, scratching to get out, driving them all crazy. This Skeleton Road assassins. Royal Mail, postie assassins, vigilantes, postie mad. Now it's the White Lodge over there. You did have John Leader, another big mason, head of crime prevention at the nunnery over there. MP Knobhead SS Bacon, the Old Boys Royal Conservative Club, Palmer Brown Wilby and Co. Just over there. And Dis Mason Council, just round the corner of the mere, just over there. So 1 big click in Dis Norfolk, UK. But no Beast de Punja, Bradford, serial killer here, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Like Pink says, when you're surrounded by big wig knowles, knobs, dickheads, hags, liars and evil clowns, they'll certainly disappear before they come for me. And TikTok has been a classic. 66.8 million views on TikTok. 27 TikTok accounts burned down for exposing the truth, the proof, the evidence and the facts, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, peaceful protest of innocence. Again, a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day fine, September blue murder. Certainly not mine. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. And exposing the precision engineered black box, serial killer, frame, fixed assassination, Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Sealed with 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnosis, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. And it really is a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office. That one's got 22 on and up, certainly is 1 big setup. No red car, Michael Dunn, Michael Sands, Sutcliffe, Steve Wright, Wayne Cousins, Brady Huntley, Fred West. No Black Panther, serial killer here, I really don't think so. So, the truth versus a big monster lie in Dis Norfolk, UK. I have the truth. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. Guess who has the big monster lie? All of this. They want everyone to believe is true, but never the case 39 on all accounts, in order to cover up high crimes. Royal blue murder, certainly not mine. No monster, serial killer here, I really don't think so. So like I say, TikTok has been a classic. 66.8 million views and 27 TikTok accounts burned down for exposing the truth. Like Pink says, when you're surrounded by big wig gnolls, knobs, dickheads, hags, liars and evil clowns, I'll certainly disappear before they come for me. 7 YouTube channels also burned down. They had no strikes. 3 YouTube channels burned down recently for uploading again. They had no strikes. Over 1,500 videos full of the truth and the proof. Evidence and facts, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of choice, peaceful protest of innocence. For uploading one video of a red Porsche in Morrison's car park that had LA 17 on it, so you can figure out the story from there. The sun in LA, USA. Hotel California, and a 17-year-old girl on the Royal Sandringham estate, killing fields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. And again, they certainly do hunt more than birds of prey on the Royal Sandringham estate, killing fields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See the sun in LA, USA, Hotel California for details.